May 10th, 2020. Mother's Day, a day meant for celebration, for gratitude, for love. But in Maysville, Colorado, a chilling silence fell upon the Morphew household. Suzanne Morphew, a loving wife and mother, vanished without a trace. Her bike was found abandoned on a nearby trail. Had she taken a different path? Had someone taken her? Questions hung heavy in the air, dread seeping into hearts. The idyllic facade of the Morphew family began to crack. As days turned into weeks, the search for Suzanne intensified. Hope flickered, then waned with each passing moment. The eyes of law enforcement turned to Barry Morphew, Suzanne's husband. His demeanor, a chilling blend of stoicism and barely concealed anxiety, did little to quell the growing suspicion. The timeline he presented, riddled with inconsistencies, only deepened the mystery. Investigators dug deeper, unearthing a trove of unsettling details. Barry's alibi crumbled under scrutiny. His phone records painted a damning picture, placing him in locations he hadn't disclosed. The scent of deception hung heavy in the air, a suffocating cloud of doubt. The investigation unearthed a trail of digital breadcrumbs, deleted text messages, suspicious searches on Barry's phone, and a spy pen, its recordings hinting at marital discord and Suzanne's desire for a separation, all pointed towards a sinister truth. The idyllic life the Morphews portrayed to the world unraveled with each passing day. Behind the facade of a loving husband and father, a darker portrait of Barry Morphew began to emerge. Barry Morphew maintained his innocence, but the evidence against him mounted. His infidelity, a secret he could no longer hide, became public knowledge. The woman with whom he'd been having an affair came forward, her testimony adding another layer of intrigue to the already tangled web. Financial motives emerged, casting a cold, hard light on the case. Life insurance policies, suspicious transactions, and a family business on the brink of collapse all pointed towards a possible motive for Suzanne's disappearance. The walls were closing in, the weight of the evidence becoming too heavy to bear. On May 5th, 2021, almost a year to the day of Suzanne's disappearance, Barry Morphew was arrested. The charges: first-degree murder, tampering with physical evidence, and attempting to influence a public servant. The arrest sent shockwaves through the community. The man they thought they knew, the grieving husband, now stood accused of the most heinous crime imaginable. The prosecution presented their case, a tapestry woven from circumstantial evidence and digital footprints. They painted a picture of a marriage in turmoil, but the defense highlighted the lack of concrete physical evidence. Suzanne's body remained missing. On April 19, 2022, the judge dismissed all charges against Barry Morphew. Relief washed over Barry's face, while Suzanne's family reeled in disbelief. Section 5. A grim discovery: Suzanne's remains found. The dismissal of charges against Barry Morphew did not signal the end of the search for Suzanne. Investigators, driven by a relentless pursuit of the truth, continued to follow every lead, every whisper, every fleeting hope. Then, on September 9, 2022, a glimmer of hope emerged from the unforgiving terrain of the Colorado wilderness. Human remains were discovered in a remote area near Salida, not far from where Suzanne's bike had been found. The news sent a collective shiver down the spines of those who had followed the case. Could this be the break they had been waiting for? Could this be Suzanne, finally found, finally able to tell her story? The remains were sent for DNA testing, the agonizing wait for confirmation stretching on, a torturous limbo for Suzanne's family and friends. Section 6. Unveiling the truth. Autopsy and the search for answers. The DNA results confirmed the worst fears. The remains found in the desolate landscape were indeed those of Suzanne Morphew. The discovery ignited a firestorm of emotions, grief, anger, and a renewed thirst for justice. The autopsy, hampered by time and the elements, proved inconclusive. The cause and manner of Suzanne's death remained a mystery. The investigation took on a renewed urgency. the focus shifted to identifying other potential suspects. Section 7. Justice delayed, legal battles, and a family torn. The discovery of Suzanne Morphew's remains ignited a legal battle. Her family, seeking answers and accountability, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Barry Morphew. The lawsuit, a desperate attempt to hold him responsible for Suzanne's death, alleged that Barry had murdered Suzanne and concealed her body. The legal proceedings exposed the raw emotions and deep divisions within the family. Barry Morphew, still maintaining his innocence, fought back against the allegations, further fracturing the already shattered family. Suzanne's daughters, caught in the crossfire of accusations and grief, faced the unimaginable task of navigating their loss while grappling with the possibility that their father might be responsible for their mother's death. The legal battles raged on, a painful reminder of the unresolved nature of the case and the long road to justice that lay ahead. The weight of suspicion. Barry Morphew's plea deal. As the wrongful death lawsuit progressed, a shocking development unfolded. In a move that stunned many, Barry Morphew entered into a plea deal with prosecutors. He pleaded guilty to the charge of tampering with a deceased human body, while the more serious charges, including first-degree murder, were dropped. The plea deal, while not an admission of guilt in Suzanne's murder, fueled speculation and left many questioning whether justice had truly been served. Barry Morphew, once a suspect in his wife's murder, was now a convicted felon, but the question of what truly happened to Suzanne lingered. The plea deal brought a sense of finality to the legal proceedings, but it did little to quell the unease that permeated the case. The truth, it seemed, remained elusive, hidden beneath layers of legal maneuvering and the weight of suspicion that continued to hang over Barry Morphew. A community haunted the lingering shadow of loss. The disappearance and death of Suzanne Morphew cast a long shadow over the once peaceful community of Maysville. The idyllic mountain town, now forever linked to a tragedy, grappled with the aftermath of a crime that had shaken its core. The case served as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface, even in the most seemingly serene of places. The sense of security, once a hallmark of the community, had been shattered, replaced by a lingering sense of unease. Suzanne's memory lived on in the hearts of those who knew and loved her. Vigils were held, memorials erected, and stories shared, ensuring that her spirit, her warmth, and her zest for life would never be forgotten. The community, forever marked by the tragedy, continued to heal, finding solace in shared grief and the unwavering belief that justice, though delayed, would ultimately prevail. Unanswered questions. The unsolved mystery of Suzanne Morphew. Despite the plea deal and the legal battles, the disappearance and death of Suzanne Morphew remained an unsolved mystery. Questions lingered, unanswered and perhaps unanswerable. What truly transpired on that fateful Mother's Day? Did Suzanne leave voluntarily, only to meet with foul play? Or was she the victim of a sinister act, her life taken in a moment of violence? The lack of definitive answers haunted those who had followed the case. Theories abounded, fueled by speculation, rumor, and the insatiable human need to make sense of the senseless. The truth, elusive and perhaps forever out of reach, remained a haunting whisper in the wind, a chilling reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery. A chilling reminder, the importance of truth and justice. The case of Suzanne Morphew serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of truth and justice. It highlights the devastating impact of violence, the complexities of human relationships, and the relentless pursuit of answers in the face of the enduring strength of the human spirit, the unwavering love of family and friends, and the importance of never giving up hope, even in the darkest of times. As we reflect on the tragic disappearance and death of Suzanne Morphew, let us honor her memory by advocating for justice, supporting victims of violence, and striving to create a world where such tragedies are never repeated.